Alright, we'll try our own ultraviolence. 1 second, did it... I don't remember if it said anything about free look or crouch or anything. There's no text file. Okay. Look, crouch. Nope, doesn't say anything about it. Okay, I guess we'll just not use them as the default. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. Fuck. Yeah, why is it like this? What the heck? Not the WAD. The WAD's fine so far. It's my program is dropping frames. I've had problems with that. I don't think it's the WAD's fault. Okay, these look like they're gonna open up. These are wall textures. That's one thing I would probably... I'm assuming that's gonna be a trap for probably after we get the blue key. That's one thing you probably want to do is you can toggle, if you go to these lines in the editor, you can actually like make them show up as just the regular red lines. So it's not obvious that they're doors that are going to open up. But maybe it could be intentional, you know, maybe they want to warn us about that. Here's a yellow door. Button that doesn't seem to... Oh, okay, we need yellow key for the button as well. So the server room itself. A bouton. Where the hell was that supercharge I just picked up? What? I didn't even see that. Did the map just give it to me or something? Blue key. Click. Click. Okay. Oh, there's some boys. Is that door closed? Yeah, we're trapped in here. Let me go back for a second. I feel like I missed some stuff in there. I feel like there's more doors. Clicky. Click, click. Okay, there it goes. Oh, wait. That's weird. Huh. It just seemed like that button wasn't pressing for some reason. Let me try that again. Maybe I was just missing it, but... I don't know. I was having issues pressing it for some reason, but I was probably just missing it. Alright, so far it's pretty good actually. It looks nice, it looks decent. No missing texture there. It's pretty good, nice use of different lighting. Seems like we're using this blinking a lot though. Now that I think about it, wait a second. Wait, is every sector blinking? I actually didn't notice it, but now that I think about it, every sector is blinking. Okay, that's kind of annoying now that I've noticed that. Shit. I wish I hadn't noticed that. Okay, I like the blinking light effect, but it has to be used sparingly. We can't just... Yeah, here's the trap. Yeah, it really is like every sector. I hope that's not intentional, because that's way too much. And back here, it's just this, which is fine. Not blinking outside. I didn't even see this. Box of bullets. Oh god. That looks like some infighting we need to do. We will kill the pain elemental. I don't think we have enough ammo to deal with this without infighting. Dead. I mean, they can't even get to us, can they? Is there anything in here, though? Get out of the way. Okay. This is not a very good encounter. There's a lot of monsters, but there's no threat. Those pain elementals could literally do nothing to us. They were just obstacles. Because the Lost Souls can't actually cross. If this is a movement blocking line def. So they can't get across it to attack us. So the pain elementals presented literally zero threat. And they were kind of in the front too, so... What the... Okay. Wait, is that where the soul sphere was? Did I pick it up through the wall? Okay, yeah, that's a problem. So the hitbox of the soul sphere is probably actually sticking out through the wall. It's probably sticking out into this doorway. That's probably where that came from. So you'll need to move... I just moved this somewhere else. I put it like over here. Oh, I see. That's... Okay, I probably would put it in like the next room or something then. It's like here or something. Somewhere where you have a little bit more room, where it's not such a cramped little closet. It's a little awkward to pick it up here anyway, just because of this light. Riding Baron with shotgun. Maybe there's a weapon in here, but I'm a little hesitant to just jump in. Because we could activate a little lock trigger that opens up another ambush. So of course we're going to kill him first. Lots of ammo, some cells. Switch here. Come back to that in a second. Okay, I don't see any buttons or anything. I guess this is the server room. More blinking lights. Yeah, can never have too many of those. That's what we're always saying. Switch doesn't work. Not a shootable switch. Is that broken? Or... Oh, hello. No, I don't like this. No, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Let me out. Okay, it started off alright, but the combat encounters have declined in quality. Maybe I was meant to pick up a stronger weapon or something before I came here. But even still, like, fighting Hell Knights and Barons in tiny little rooms like this is just, it's not very fun. This particular encounter here, that last one we just did was dangerous. This one isn't dangerous at all. We just slowly shotgun them down. The hallway's a little narrow, but there's plenty of room to move out of the way. And especially with the Barons being in the back, they're actually going to damage some of the pinkies and kill some of the pinkies for us. So it's not a very threatening fight, just a little bit tedious. Yeah, same thing. See if we can get him to infight. Can the pinkies even get out of this door? They seem to be having trouble. Yeah, I guess 2 of them did. Yeah, there they go. At least in this room with the Baron and the Revenant, at least we can make them infight. Personally, I'm not really much of a fan of in-fight reliant combat encounters. I know a lot of people like them, so I might be kind of the odd one out there, but I don't know, I'm just not really that much of a fan of it. Wait, what was that? Oh. Okay, where do I go then? Oh, this is open now. Yeah, see, the thing is we could, like, we don't need to be in here. We can just, like, run back to that safe spot. So we can kind of cheese this fight. In the same way we just cheesed the last one. Well, at least if I wasn't catching shots from Barons of Hell. But let's go ahead and not do that. But we also can fight them from here. So we're kind of half cheesing it. Whatever, I'm just gonna fight it. Wish we had gotten a plasma gun or a rocket launcher. That would have been cool. Need to get it in there. Fight, 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 fight. Okay, we're running out of ammo. We gotta get back in the room, kill Kako, and then run past this. Grab the rest of the ammo. Does this button still doesn't do anything? What am I stuck on? What the hell? There's a red key. And I assume there's gonna be one more fight. I'm not sure if that second trap door... Yeah, it did open. Okay, so it's not that. I'm running past the exit. It's this way. Okay, I'm definitely missing something here, right? There's still several more enemies. Oh, they're behind me. That explains some things. They had a little bit of trouble getting through the doorway. I think that's why it took so long for them to... there's the rocket launcher at the very end of the level. Okay. That would have been nice to have earlier. See, why didn't we get that, like, the first time we came through this hallway? I know it's level 1, so, like... So maybe you don't want to give the rocket launcher, like, immediately? Which I get, but, like... At the same time, we had to kind of... it wasn't terrible, but, like... There was a lot of heavy enemies. There were quite a few Barons, Kakos, Revenants, Hell Knights. I'm sure I'm not in the minority opinion here when I say that, like... Fighting them with just a shotgun is it's not great. It's not great. It tends to be a little tedious. Like, it wasn't too difficult to do. In fact, it was kind of easy. Because, like, except for that one part where we got trapped in, we had plenty of room to just, like, back up and shoot them. Like, there wasn't much of a... there wasn't much to think about in most cases. Like, we open a door, like, okay, there's a Baron and a Hell Knight, but, like, we have all this space we can run back to. right? These ones kind of caught me off guard because they trapped me in the room, but like that's yeah, a super shotgun would, yeah, that would be fine. A super shotgun would make this fine. And even with a super shotgun, I'd probably switch out the Barons for Hell Knights. But you could leave them in if you wanted to. It's not horrible. Yeah, it's an alright map. Visually, it's, aside from the blinking lights literally everywhere. I would change that. Don't use so many blinking lights. It's too much. But aside from that, the texture looks pretty good. I didn't really notice anything that, like, hang on, let's turn it down even more. I think the game's still too loud. That's too much now. 67, perfect. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think the texture works, like, pretty good. There's definitely nitpicks we could make, but I wouldn't worry about that as much as in making better combat encounters. It was very much door fights everywhere in this map. Except for this one where it was like, this one in the room we got trapped in, and this one wasn't a door fight so much as it was a stand at the door and watch the enemies fight. But it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it. Yeah, visually it's like pretty solid. Not bad. Not bad. There's little things I could say, like personally, if I was going to use these bars in this window, I'd probably put them like in the middle of the window, not on one side, but yeah. It is what it is. Either way is fine, honestly. Very minor nitpicks about the textures. Like some of the alignments are maybe... we could maybe like frame this door with like some, you know, some frame textures or something. Make it look a little cleaner. There's lots of little things like that. I wouldn't get too hung up on that. I would focus more on just better combat design. And fix the supercharged slot. Yeah, other than that, it's not bad. Not too shabby. Okay. Let's see if we can find those other secrets, I guess. There's two more somewhere. We never did figure out that switch, did we? Is there something special I have to do? This is like a... Can't help but notice, because of the blinking lights, there's something a little unusual happening with the sectors here. Like there's a little rectangular section right in front of it, and then there's another section like this. That's weird. Why is it like that? Gonna see if there's like another button or something we can mess with, or something that looks different. On one of these like servers or something. I didn't see anything. An attempt at gradual lighting, but the blinking breaks it? That could be. Yeah, I think they probably made a mistake with the... Yeah, you could be right, actually. Because I feel like the blinking lights were a mistake. I feel like at some point they selected a whole bunch of textures and accidentally applied the blinking lights to all of them. I feel like that's got to be a mistake, right? There's no way. Also, the same advice or like suggestion as the last map of if you're going to change floor textures or ceiling textures, and you want to do it the John Romero way, also change the floor height. Or I would say at least use something that makes a better border. This texture has lines that run like this, which make it a good border for, you know, that way, but they don't go this way. So it doesn't look amazing. It's fine. But nom nom, eating a cake. Delicious. What kind of cake? Yeah, not bad though. Okay. I'm not seeing any of these secrets. I don't know. I don't see on the map. Oh wait, hang on a second. We do see on the map. If we pay attention. This one. Right there. Haha. Okay, I wish I would have found that. Light amp goggles. Personally, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like light amp goggles should just not be placed. I just feel like they shouldn't be used. Unless you have like a very specific gimmick that you're doing. I'd say just don't use them. Let dark areas be dark, and if it's too hard for the player to see, make them brighter. Because it just makes the lighting for the whole level flat. Although I will say in this case, it does stop the blinking, which is nice. Aha. Oh, there is a super shotgun. Okay. That would have made things a lot better. Yeah, I'd probably take the super shotgun and just put it like in the level somewhere. I'd probably put it... I'm not sure exactly where. Maybe in like one of these rooms. Like sometime before we start having to deal with like all of the heavy enemies. Like yeah, we can use a regular shotgun to take down like a Revenant and a Hell Knight. But to have to kill like 10 of them, it starts to drag. Alright, we got everything. Not a bad map. Not a bad map. Definitely not a bad map. Could use some better combat design, but other than that, pretty decent.